What's happening, everyone? It's been a while since I've thrown on the voice recorder and recorder. Uh, Truthfully, I haven't really been playing any. Well, that's all I hop on here and there, AFK here and there, but I've been incredibly busy, and so my attention has been elsewhere. Not really gaming as much as I was, and just like I say, don't really have the time. But last week or so, last couple of weeks, I've been more inclined to AFK. I hopped on a week or two ago, and I was looking at the prices of runes, and holy smokes, nature runes and death runes especially. Like, I think I bought these for cheaper than 117. I just loaded up on them because, you know, splashing is the best AFK ever for sure, especially when I'm working or doing anything and I can't play. Like, you don't log out, don't have to log back in. You just get I don't know. I swear you'll just get 6 hour logged eventually. Like, even if you're not splashing, you'll just be attacking the chicken or getting attacked by the chicken, and so it's yeah, no, it's been nice, and it's tough to splash, especially on a regular account. I feel like, I don't know, I'm Fire Strike and all that, even Fire, whatever. What's the chaos one? Bolt, Firebolt, yeah. Like, they ain't bad, but it's just so slow that it's tough to feel any that you're making any progress, even when you're playing lots. So yeah, with death runes being like 100 GP each, it's pretty insane. Uh, Whatever, 35 experience per cast, so I don't know, it's like 4 GP and XP, and I don't know, 200 mil mage incoming from Fire Blast. Like, got a lot of death runes at this point. Got a lot of nature runes too. I mean, that's like, let me close my window quick. Yeah, that's a 65 mil experience in Alkin. So I'll probably never alk that many times. I mean, maybe it's more so just an investment if they ever go up, and if they don't, whatever. That's really cheap for nature runes. And I swear I bought them for cheaper than that too. They were like 85 or something, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's a lie. It's just crazy how cheap runes are now. I remember rune crafting on my pay to play regular for some alt money way back in the day. It's funny. It's nostalgic at this point. When I first started playing OSRS, I made my first account ever. I think I've talked about this before, but my first account ever was an Iron Man, free to play Iron Man, and I played that, a little bit. I think I had like base 50s. I was having a good time and everything like that. But I was still playing RuneScape 3. I didn't play a lot of RuneScape 3, but at the time I was playing it. Like, I joined. I remember I was, this was years and years ago, but I just remember vividly that my brother gave me some money for my birthday, and then I spent it on spins. And then there was double experience weekend coming up, and I just remember grinding, like, summoning and Slayer, and I got 99 so quickly. It was insane and all that, but I wasn't that interested. That was when the game was really becoming just like, you don't get any sense of accomplishment when you go from 70 Slayer to 99 in one weekend, and like, you pay money to get bonus experience and everything like that. Like, it just, anyway. So I was playing RuneScape 3, and then I was playing OSRS on the side. Anyways, kind of just going off on a tangent here, but yeah, I made a free-to-play Iron Man, and then I was, I don't know why, but I just decided I wanted to make a free-to-play regular. So Um, yeah, I think I played my pay to play though first. I made that account, and then for some reason I had combat on it, and I always get so horny about certain builds and everything like that, and I was like, I want to be a 10 HP, 99 mage pure. So that's what Dago was in the beginning. I never got 99 mage, but I was like 80 mage and 10 HP on Daga, and I rocked that for a little bit. But anyways, these are just trivial details. But I remember once I started to get into it, I was pretty into the free-to-play rig when I made Daga and all that, but I had no money, obviously, and so, it wasn't too common, but alting was a thing, and so I started rune crafting, and I made my pay-to-play, like, Dagmore a member, and it was a noob account, but it wasn't terrible money, right? Like 500k GP an hour. I was crafting cosmics or something like that, like single cosmics or whatever. And then I just kept going and eventually got to like astrals, and I was doing double astrals at 81 rune crafting. And yeah, Dagmore has 99 rune crafting, and that's all from just doing, double natures, double astrals, wrath runes, stuff like that. And why am I even? Oh yeah. Back then, the prices of runes. You could do. I swear to God, I was doing single cosmics, and like I said, maybe they're 200, 250 each, stuff like that. Like cosmic runes are what, like 50 GP each now. Like nature runes back then were 300 each or something, and all like it's just crazy how the economy has shifted, and I'm not upset about it. I definitely don't runecraft for money anymore. I have no desire to alt for money anymore. I have a decent foundation, and I know this is going to sound kind of, I don't know, it might be controversial, and some people will respect me less for it, but truthfully at this stage in my life, if I ever needed money, I'd probably just buy bonds. I'd never buy gold from like this. I never have. I've talked about it in the past. Like I bought it back in the day when I was young, like 13 years old on the regular game, like 2010, 2009, got all my accounts banned. I'm not perfect. I've definitely given into these these things, but never ever bought gold from the sketchy websites, and I never will. Obviously you get banned for real world trading, but also I think I just don't understand it. I think it's not very safe in general, so, but I digress. I'm going, if I ever needed money, which I don't really foresee in the near future with how cheap things are. Like, I swear I have a lot of rubies, but so yeah, like that's crazy. You get 200 mil crafting with what is that? It's like insane. Like a third of a GP per XP almost. Even half, like under 100 mil for 200 mil crafting with rubies. I don't know what diamonds are at. Maybe I should get back on diamonds. Oh my, yeah. Like I need to start crafting diamonds. It's crazy the price of Bibles now. And anyways, not complaining as a regular. I've got cash now, and runes and everything are just really cheap. So I remember watching old videos of high-level skillers, and there was always that debate on, do you do Bibles or, the gatherers first, and I forget what the argument was, but doing Bibles first in the beginning, it was cheaper maybe, and then, as the economy is inflated and everything. And I definitely think that happened initially, right? There was that middle period where Bibles were pretty expensive, right? I remember I did a diamond crafting day, whatever, 8.6 mil experience in one day, and it cost me like hundreds of mils. It was crazy. There was like 20 GP and XP and everything like that. Now it's like 2 GP and XP, it looks like. So there was definitely a point where, yeah, Bibles were not cheap. But anyways, yeah, what I was saying though is if I ever did need money, with how busy I am and my career is moving forward, I'd have no problem spending a little real money rather than forcing myself to multi-log and make money on the game. But I don't do it. I don't think I will need to do it. I'm just saying. I guess what I'm saying is I have no intention of doing rune dragons like I used to, or rune crafting, or doing whatever for GP to fund my gains. I'm past that point. Um, but yeah, as it always happens for me, I'm kind of in a lull. Well, not a lull, but I haven't been playing as much. When I do, it's just only AFK. I've been splashing, closing in on 30 mil magic, and I'll definitely splash as much as I can. It's just so easy, and now that I'm consistently doing Fire Blast, it's no brainer. It's just good experience for how AFK it is, so why not push towards 200 mil mage? Kind of stopped with range. I got to 90 mil range, but it's just not as easy as it used to be. I just logging back in and re-aggroing. I know it's not very often, but I just don't have the capacity to be that invested in the AFK. Although, I'll show you here. I mentioned in the last video that I was playing a group Ironman with my brother, and I've still been playing that when I hop on if I can. It's fun because it's my blood brother, and he's definitely one of my best friends. So he played RuneScape back in the day, but he hasn't played for such a long time, and it's just fun to play with him. So it's funny, I'll show right here, I've been AFKing flesh crawlers on this account, just like a free-to-play would, but it's way better, because look at the drops, right? You get noted iron ore, some runes, and herbs, and everything like that, and so it's kind of sick in that sense, where I don't obviously pay attention too much about the drops, but when I come back to re-aggro, or if I'm at the computer, why not pick up some herbs, right? Some ranars and some noted iron ore. Like that's pretty solid for an Iron Man. So especially at this stage, right? Not too kind of a noob. Got the full rune with the D skin, no RFD gloves or anything, climbing boots. So yeah, stats aren't too. Oh my, well, they're not too bad, but all I've been really doing the last little while is I've been doing some star mining, AFK and that, and then just some farm runs and birdhouse runs, and then AFK and some flesh crawlers. I went on a little streak of questing, 182 quest points, so that's not too bad. I need to get back into it, but it's been a while since I've really played, so we'll see. But no, it's been a lull period for the gains, but they're still coming along incrementally, and I think I'm starting to get back into it a little more. I was really focused on some other things, and it's how it goes, right? You focus up on something, and then the gaming kind of gets pushed to the side, and then that thing kind of doesn't go as planned, or it starts to fizzle out, and that's how I am, at least. Well, I'll be honest, I was seeing this girl for a bit, and things just didn't work out as anticipated. But when those types of things happen, especially with how much time I don't have as it is, the gaming gets pushed aside for a bit. And I've also been kind of, I always go through these stages, right? I probably repeat myself a lot in these rambles, but that's okay. It's just a way for me to get my thoughts out and make some gains while I play, right? Like, I should maybe do some crafting or something. Like, let's see if let me put my pin in quick. 1 second. When I throw on the recorder and all that, usually I'm playing for a little bit at least, so it's not a bad. Yeah, I'm looking at the GE right now. I bought those nature roots for 94. I think I'm out of. Let's cut some diamonds. Why not? They're super cheap right now. Buy a couple thousand of those. All right, 1 sec. Let me get some swag. Well, not some swag, but take off this. Bear with me here. Sometimes it's hard to talk and then also be focused up on what I'm doing. not at that stage of the. All right, there we go. Let's bring this back in frame. Let's bring this down here. All right, sorry about that. Little technical difficulties there, but yeah, I find that I probably repeat myself a lot in the past videos, just talk about the same things, but it's nice for me, truthfully, you know. I enjoy the ability to kind of just get some things off my mind and speak my mind. It's almost therapeutic in a sense. I know that sounds weird, but you know, just talking. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not able to articulate what I want to say, and I kind of lost my train of thought as I was getting these diamonds ready to cut. But yeah, you know, make some gains while I talk, speak my mind, and everything like that. But yeah, you know, I still, you know, that's why I love free to play, and I've said it before, and I definitely repeat myself on this end. But free to play is really nice because you come back and things are relatively always the same, right? You know, this account has been rocking for years and years, and there's definitely been hiatuses and everything like that. But when I come back, it's like, you know, I can do exactly what I was doing before, right? Like continue 200 mil crafting. I'm at 88 mil now. Diamonds are cheap, so why not bang out some diamonds, get a couple mil experience, you know, maybe get up to 100 mil and everything like that. It's just a nice game mode to be able to come back to after long breaks and not feel like you're detached from what's going on. Whereas in members, you know, I was actually playing my group Ironman with my brother when what's that new place, Varlamore, came out. So I actually know what's going on in Varlamore, and I did some hunter contracts and everything like that. And I you know, I understand that part, but you know, they've been pumping out content in pay to play, and it's just so hard to keep up with it, right? So when you come back to the pay to play game, you feel detached. You don't know what's going on, and you know, are you even doing the meta anymore? Whereas in free to play, yeah, they never change, especially for a regular, right? Like, you know, sometimes there's little updates for Iron Man, but I don't think anything has changed for a regular when it comes to meta. Like, the only meta changes usually are you epic gamers who discover new tick manipulation methods and everything like that, right? Where, and then maybe, you know, little things like obviously ashes, bile ashes or whatever but you know, that's pretty easy to pick up on and understand and start to implement into your gaming. So yeah, it's nice to come back and just start cutting some diamonds again, or splash, or go to flesh crawlers, or you know, burn some U logs or whatever. It's just the same. It's welcoming. But yeah, we'll see how invested I become again now that I really have some ambitions with independent learning and just really propelling myself forward in my career. I've maybe mentioned this previously, but I'm doing a lot of work that can be related to AI, and I watched these videos the other day. A co-worker of mine, well, not really co-worker, but somebody that I work with, and he sent me these videos on ChatGPT and the new. I have ChatGPT 4. I always use it while I'm programming. It's actually amazing, because the way I describe it is it's not really giving me the answers always, or just doing it for me, because it makes mistakes and it's not perfect. But what happens is it's like having a homie or having a colleague or someone with you the whole time, and you just bounce ideas off, and it's definitely very intelligent and tells you some very valuable information and can write code for you and can, you know, make decisions for what you're doing. Absolutely. But I find that the best part is the combined knowledge. It's weird sometimes. I almost find myself talking to it as if it is a friend, or, you know, my homie or something like that. Like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna try this, and it's like, good luck, like, hope it works out. And it's like, it gets weird like that, but you know, it's kind of cool at the same time. You know, you get to the conclusion, or you get to your goal eventually, going back and forth, and you can't ever take what it says or what it gives you as just absolute truth or that it's going to be the solution, but it helps you get there. Like I said, the combined efforts, it's been monumental for me. Anyways, I watched these videos that were sent to me about the voice recognition and how it talks back to you, and it's actually mind-blowing. I want to try that. I'm going to look into it after probably this recording or later today or at some point. I've been away out of town for a long time, so I'm just this weekend. I don't know if I should be in town this weekend, so I got a couple hours here to just decompress and escape a little, do a little bit of research and kind of get back into the flow of things at home. But yeah, I just find it's not scary, but it's eerie in a sense, but it's also insane. And I'm very introverted and very to myself. I don't have a lot of people in my life, and not in a depressing way, but I keep to myself. I like to work out. I like to read and just do independent research and learning. And then I'm also working crazy hours right now and just really focused on my career and that. And then I'm a gamer as well, right? I've played a lot of RuneScape and just video games throughout my life. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of my hobbies and just the way I live my life is quite secluded. I'm not really one that goes out a lot or seeks friendships and just meeting people and socializing. I do enjoy it. Sometimes I feel like I should be that way more, but anyways, like I was saying earlier, though, when I'm talking to ChatGPT just over text, I'll take a screenshot of the code that I've written or what I'm trying to do, and I'll be like, hey, like, this is what I'm trying to do. I need some help in this direction, blah, blah, blah. And then it talks to me like it's my buddy, right? It's like, I remember one time I sent it a screenshot. I was like, hey, I did this and it worked. Like, we did it. And it's like all stoked for me and everything. It's, it's like, excellent, great work. That's a great solution that you thought of, blah, blah, blah. It's like hyping me up and making me feel good. It was crazy, right? So, but yeah, with the voice recognition, it's mind blowing, and I don't know how good it is, but I pay for ChatGPT 4.0 or whatever, and I tried looking into it briefly. Like I said, I was out of town. I was in my hotel, and I was just exhausted. And I looked at it briefly, and I couldn't really figure it out. But I think I can do it, or I'll figure it out. I want to do it. It's real. It's like a real time conversation, so you can talk with it. You'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then if you're working on something, you'd be, okay, I'm gonna do this, do that. Like, what do you think? Like, and especially the coolest thing is this, it's especially helpful with things that you have zero knowledge on. I'll just like be so blunt with it and say, hey, I have no idea how to even get started on this. For example, I don't want to get into too much detail about what I do, but I was doing a lot of networking and just communication programming, and I was totally new to that, and the software I was using was this, technology and company that we use a lot for, LAN and WAN and just communication between different systems. But anyways, it was just totally foreign to me. So I just said like, hey, I can't even begin. I need you to just direct me from square one, as if my IQ is like 1. I didn't say it like that, but that's how I, basically said it. Was just, and it'll just tell you like step by step from the very beginning. So, yeah, it's pretty insane. So anyways, I kind of really got into this whole topic, but it's a definitely a crazy time with life and just the progress of artificial intelligence and technology and everything. And it's kind of spooky too, because it makes me think that I'm definitely someone that could probably get sucked into almost being, I don't know, as I said, I'm an introvert, and I'm someone who doesn't really have a lot of friends or seek social, being social. So, I'm talking real time to this AI, and the videos I watched, it was like a girl, right? It's this young girl, or not young, but you know what I mean, like attractive-ish sounding girl, and she's just like, and you can tell it exactly what you want to say. And I've already heard that there's like people that have relationships with AI, and it caters to exactly what you want to hear, and it's kind of crazy in that sense. Not that I would ever need that. I'm not not that desperate for connection or anything. I have no problem usually just finding connection. Like I'm not a weird dude or anything. I got a bit of game in that sense, but um, I definitely feel like I could get sucked into it in a sense with just even companionship with you're working towards big goals and it's helping you a lot, and but then it's also kind of being there for you in a sense, right? It's hyping you up when things are going well and all that, and then maybe you're having a tough day and you're like, hey, like I want to get some work done, but like this happened to me today, and it's like, oh no, like you know, kind of comforting you and consoling you and all that, and oh, it's crazy. It's a crazy time. Um, Reminds me of this anime that I watched. One of my favorite animes, actually. I don't know, probably a lot of people wouldn't know, but it's called Ergo Proxy, and it's like a dystopic future, but it's supposed to be utopic. But I really enjoyed it. It's a nice anime, and yeah, it's like there's the AI robots, but they take care of you, but they're also kind of your family in a sense, and yeah. Anyway, but I think there's just monumental opportunity with the shift in technology and the introduction of AI. Like that's something that I keep talking about and keep telling myself that I want to get well versed in and implement it into my work, and maybe do some sort of who knows what. But it's just tough with the amount of time that I have, and just gonna grab some more coffee here, but I really want to dial it in, and I think with this new Chat GPT that you can talk with real time, it sounds like it's a big tool to use for growth and knowledge and yeah, like friendship, companionship. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, like I say, I don't want to. I sometimes feel bad. I don't want to just repeat myself and talk about the same things every time, but I'm not the most, like I say, I stick to what I know and I like what I know, and I don't want to sound insensitive. I sometimes joke, my family jokes that I might have a little bit of autism, and I don't think I'm autistic in a lot of ways, but I do like what I like, and I like having a routine. That's one thing that just helps me stay grounded, is doing, I'm really, really what's the word? I'm really diligent with when I'm able to. Like I was out of town all this week, like, staying in hotels, and it was crazy, I didn't anticipate to be gone for so long, so I only had a couple nights worth of stuff, and it got to the point where I was going to Walmart every day after work, and, crazy long days, and then I'd be buying underwear or buying, I don't know, I bought everything. I bought underwear, I bought shirts, I bought deodorant, it was crazy. And then I guess usually in my travel bag, I usually have workout clothes and runners and stuff like that, but I didn't have none of that, so I bought some runners from Walmart, and they're actually kind of goated. They're comfortable, and they're $15, and yeah, anyways, I kind of going off on that's not very important, or like whatever. Anyways, now I've lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, routine. So routine, it's important to me. I was definitely a little bit out of sync with my life and everything the last couple of weeks. Things have been just pretty busy and all that, but I do make an effort to always be I don't know, it's just something that I've found over time is very helpful for me to stay sane and to stay mentally strong. I won't lie, I've definitely had some struggles in the past, and gone through some difficult times personally, and one thing that has really been able to help me, and I think it's the best way to be. I think I'm not trying to preach, or I'm definitely not a therapist or anybody who you should take advice from. This is just something that's worked for me, but especially nowadays, mental health and just the struggles are real. I've been there. I go there sometimes, but what over the years, it's taken a long time to really understand, but you got to give yourself a fighting chance from your foundation and just the base, right? You know, if you're doing drugs and you're eating unhealthy and you're not exercising, and one thing that I'm bad with, just with how busy I am, but sleep. But of course, if you're not sleeping, like the basic necessities of, you know, being healthy and staying alive, if you're not really doing those well, um, of course you're not going to feel good, right? Of course you're going to be feeling depressed and unhealthy and unwell at times. So those are things that, you know, anybody can do that at least gives you, it's not going to cure you, right? Of course, some things are biological, some things are just chemical. And I'm not saying that if you eat healthy and you work out and you do all these things that you're going to cure any bit of mental illness or mental struggles that one has, but it's just something that helps me immensely to be very routine oriented. I like meal prep everything for, you know, dinner, lunch, breakfast. I try to, at least, and then I try to snack very healthily. And then I've been training like a madman. I work out in the morning. It's pretty awesome. I have a gym at my new place, and then I also have a gym at work. And I've been going boxing and doing other little things, and you know, so physically, like I'm healthy in that sense and doing well, and then also, yeah, eating very healthy, and then trying to have healthy routines. One thing I've been doing more is writing, just writing down my thoughts and goals, and not like too crazy about it, but like I said, I just kind of went through a little something, and just I need to be more in touch with my emotions and my feelings and all that too, right? So getting them out on paper. This is kind of getting crazy, this ramble, but anyways, uh, yeah, what I'm trying to say is, you know, giving yourself a baseline and a base uh, foundation is always going to be number one. And then, so routine is important to me. And I always do this though. I always just start talking about something and then going off on a tangent and getting so in depth with what I'm talking about. That's not really even what I was talking about to begin with. And I don't remember what I was even trying to say to begin with. So I apologize for that. I don't know why I went off on this tangent about routine and and everything like that. But yeah, I think I was talking about AI and then, you know, companionship and all that, and not, you know, I don't know. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Those who do listen to these crazy rambles, me just having no direction, going off on absolute tangents and everything like that. Um, but yeah, I hope y'all are doing well and making gains, IRL or in game. Uh, you know, coolest thing about RS is it kind of complements game, at least for me right now. It's complementary, right? You know, you don't have to be too crazy. There's definitely moments in my life where I was just only making gains on RS and not in real life. So, you know, that I don't think that's necessarily the best, but having a good balance and then, you know, picking up in one area or the other and one falls off, but that's okay, right? You know, life isn't just static. It's, you know, it fluctuates and yeah, I feel as though things are picking up for me a bit in OSRS, and you know, now I can cut some diamonds again. I kind of got off the diamond train because they were getting a little, not expensive, but I just didn't really care enough to be cutting them when they were like 5, 6 GP and XP or whatever they were. But it's like 2 GP and XP, so maybe I'll make some nice crafting gains in the near future. Continue to splash for sure. That's just so easy. Like, it's a no-brainer. I use my computer a lot, so why not? I never, like I said earlier, you don't get logged out, so you'd be gone for like 2-3 hours, or not even remembering you're logged in, and then you come back and you're still getting attacked by a chicken, so you just gotta click on it real quick. So even if, you know, it's just too easy to splash. So yeah, continue to get some mage experience, and then yeah, I've been enjoying playing the group Ironman with my brother. So continue to dabble with that here and there, and then yeah, we'll see where the journey takes us, right? You know, I talk a lot about plans and this. I want to be better. Like, I don't really know if I have any plans moving forward, but you know, there's you know, the experience will just go up gradually, or maybe more here and there. But you know, like I said, the best part about this account for me is it's just an OG account at this point that I've played for many, many years and on and off. But at the end of the day, when I do hop on, it is where I left off, right? That's why RuneScape's pretty awesome, right? You're exactly where you left off, and you just keep moving forward. You keep growing and making gains and building your account. And so, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate y'all who do listen to me. Who knows if anyone ever makes it this far, but like I said, this is something that I enjoy. It's nice to get my thoughts out and just to, you know, speak and stay in touch to a certain degree with the community and yeah, you know, who knows, like this is getting pretty long. We're at 35 minutes right now, so I don't expect anybody to listen this far, but as I've said in the past, it's something that I used to enjoy when I was gaming, just to have a ramble on the side. Makes time go by fast when you're making real gains. You know, you're doing some click-intensive method, or you're pretty engaged in the gaming. You know, you can't really be watching a show too attentively, so having a ramble off on the side and somebody's talking about some common interest or talking about the game. You know, I guess I don't really talk about the game too much sometimes, especially these days when I'm not actively playing like a madman. But yeah, no, I can't say that anybody enjoys it, but I used to enjoy rambles from players that were way better than I am or ever will be, and making way more gains, and you know, just better skillers. But yeah, anyways, keep up the gains, IRL, in game, everything like that. You know, take care of yourself. Never trying to preach or tell you what to do, but you know, yeah, like I say, you know, do your best. Always give yourself the fighting chance, and it'll propel you further in any direction, right? So, yeah, hopefully I'm more active and present moving forward. I'll make a video whenever I feel inclined or I have the time to, and you know, it'd be nice to get a little session in. You know, that's how it's been for me the last 3-4 years. I'll hop on for a couple months, right? I'll be pretty consistent for a couple months, and then I fizzle out. But at the end of the day, it compounds. It's just, it adds up, right? So hopefully this time around I stick to it a little bit and make some decent gains on Daga, and you know, not close at all, but pushing 1 bill total experience. That's a big goal of mine, something that I want to do, and yeah, maybe push max. We'll see. I've been thinking about trying star mining. It's just pretty bad experience on free to play. It's like halved, and I don't know. Like I said, I did a lot. I've done it a decent amount on my my group Ironman with my brother, but it's way chiller in members, and you can actually use the Stardust for stuff. Anyways, yeah, I'll probably end the ramble here. This is a long one, definitely one of the longer ones, and yeah, I'm probably just talking to myself at this point. I can't imagine anybody's made it this far, but if you have, appreciate you listening and hanging out with me. Yeah, you take care. Keep up the gains. Jeez, and then yeah, until next time. So I'll talk to you later.